After the Japanese took us to the police station, we made it out, we returned the van, then stayed at a couch surfing. Super nice host, super lovely family. Went to a sumo match this morning, then rushed to the airport to catch our flight to... Can you guess it?
We're in Shanghai.
It looks like an alien space station.
He's asking if you can go for a drink with him. Why did he choose this spot?
While walking around Shanghai waiting for my next flight, I think back on my 1 month in Japan. Especially because I met many people who came there to buy an akiya, cheap old empty houses. I met this guy in Tokyo who is just in the process of buying one for $3,000 US. Let me say that again, he's buying a house for $3,000 US. That's just wild. The first thing I really like about Japan is how friendly the people are. I mean, I was at a hairdresser and I just got invited to some stranger's home for dinner. Or just the day before yesterday, after surfing, we went to an onsen and I didn't have a towel. Onsen is a hot bath. So I was like dripping wet from the hot bath and I was standing there and I asked someone, hey, do you know where you can get a towel? And they couldn't really help me, but then someone else overheard the conversation and was saying, oh, you get them down from the lobby, I can get you one. And I was like, wow, that would never happen in Germany. The second point I really love about Japan is how safe it is. I mean, Germany is safe, but Japan is just on another level. I was at a train station and I arrived there in the middle of the night. And there was a kid, a girl, just walking home alone. This was in the countryside, but still, already pretty amazing. But then what really shocked me is that she just got this bicycle that she just had parked right in front of her, and the bicycle just was not locked. It was just there the whole time. She probably came back from school or something, and she just left the bicycle there the whole day and no one stole it. You also keep your apartments open. Like, you get to an Airbnb and the host just says, yeah, the apartment is open. You have apartment number 3. Or the hostels, like many of them don't actually lock the door. And it's absolutely okay to do so. The amount of peace and peace of mind, how relaxed you can feel, is something I completely underestimated. You might think this is a toilet in a hotel or somewhere fancy, but this is just a public toilet in a train station in Japan. It's just next level. It's funny, there's police cars everywhere. But then again, I feel like there's so many people here that proportionally it's actually pretty reasonable. But yeah, another thing that I just love is the climate. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. Southeast Asia is just, yeah, you always wake up and you're sweating. But Japan is just really nice. It's like at the sweet spot. The waves, although I felt like Miyazaki waves were a little overhyped, like they're supposed to be pretty much the best of Japan along with Chiba. If you go south of Miyazaki, if you have a van or a car and you go drive it down to Nichinan, you actually can find some really good reef breaks. And there, wow, I had one of my most fun surf sessions. So you have good waves, good climate, good people. It's cheap because of the weak yen right now. Yeah, let's buy a house. The only problem I can really see is the language. If I would buy a house there and actually live there at least a couple of months a year, you can stay there 3 months with visa on arrival if you have a passport that is eligible for that, then I would want to learn the language. And it just takes a long time to learn Japanese. I don't really like learning languages. I'm not really a language person. And I honestly don't think it's so useful to learn Japanese, or rather, if I would bring myself to learn one of those hard languages, I would rather learn Chinese Mandarin than Japanese.
So excited. She asked if you can use chopstick, and I say you use it better than me. She offered to give you a fork.
Yeah. Oh man, another thing I just realized is I don't like cities. I feel like a sponge that's already soaked up so much that I can't really take anything else in.
This is the face of an overwhelmed sponge.
How's Wayne doing?
Quite energized actually.
Hello, cat. You also overwhelmed by the city? Oh, yeah, me too. I wouldn't even want to get one in Tokyo or one of the big cities where probably most people want to get something. I would get it between Miyazaki and Nichinan, specifically close to this fishing harbor because that just has such a cool left break. But I just checked the time. I should make my way back to the airport. China, oh great China, do 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 do. This should be the new anthem for the People's Republic. Wow, check out how crazy this is. There's no tracks. It's hovering. It's just hovering.
Dios mío. Oh my god.
Wow. Almost feels like we're in a plane, no?
That's how fast the train is going.
Sunrise in Madrid. I'm kind of happy to have European food again. I think I'm really tired from flying. So I think the next time I go to China, I want to take the Trans-Siberian train from Berlin to Beijing or Moscow to Beijing. Like, I think it takes 2 weeks. But just imagine, like, 2 weeks on a train. Writing some emails, but also, yeah, looking at those akiyas, they do look pretty nice. Check out this. This one is looking pretty sweet if you ask me. Yay!
She's alright, she's fine. So far, everything's been pretty smooth. No nasty surprises.
I think we fried it. Oh man. It's nice to be back, sleep in your own bed. We sleep like right up here on the top. And just think about what's next to come. What do we want to do next? Traveling all the time, it gets lonely, man. Like, you meet an amazing person and then you have to say goodbye on the next day and then just do it all over again. Pack your bags, unpack your bags. So about the akiya, I think that also answers it. It doesn't really align with what we want right now. And I think that's okay. Opportunities come and go. A couple of weeks, found this person that was selling his van for 3,000 euros. And I was really thinking of just buying it and putting it on somebody's land and renting it out as an Airbnb. But then I thought, well, what are my goals right now? And the goal right now is not really to make more money. Like, the goal right now is to form more deeper connections with people that are on a similar path and living together for a couple of months with them. And buying a second van to start an Airbnb/van rental business, or buying a house in Japan, it just doesn't align with those goals. And I think that's the message of this video, guys. We need to learn how to say no to opportunities that sound and taste so good. We need to learn to say no if things don't align with our goals. See you in the next.